Hello, everybody. This is the VAU Mic Check, and I'm Nathan Cundiff. And today our script is Dreamfield's Pasta. We're going to go with some basic script interpretation. The thing that we discussed before we started live was tricky words. If you ever come across a tricky word, the biggest thing to do is take advantage of the internet and study the thing, figure out its phonetic spelling. If you have to, if you're in a situation where you can't hit the internet or you just have to ask the question, how's this pronounced? And then mark it on your script. Make sure you have it in front of you and you've gone over it a few times so that when you come across that word, it doesn't cause you to stumble. But anyway, on with the show. Uh, who wants to try this thing out first?
Yeah, give it a shot, please.
Sure thing.
Okay. Yeah. Now Takia has me mispronouncing glycemic. Hi. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Greenfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs. Pickup of digestible carbs and a 65% lower glycemic index. Greenfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Greenfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
Come on, man. You could do better than that. I'm killing everybody this week. Did
That's
you really
fine. Let's do it again.
want that job? You didn't really want that job. You didn't want that job. Come on, you got a
Now, evidently.
little more energy. Uh,
Yeah.
you got to hit the dream field so we know that it's dream fields.
Well,
Um,
I had the energy, but then I would have, I was nervous about being the announce read. But yeah, I can do the energy.
Yeah. The
Let's
thing
do
of
it
it is,
again.
I mean, you ain't got to go crazy with it.
yeah,
Oh,
It
I
is.
know.
So,
yeah. You're
come on.
nervous about announcery actually made you drop into announcery, though. It felt extremely salesy.
Did it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's try it again with a different attitude. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Greenfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% glycemic index. Greenfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Greenfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
That was a whole lot better.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
That sounded like he was actually working for the money.
You sound more comfortable with it this time around.
Well, I tell you what, and you look at the commercial scripts such as this. The first thing I worry about, not everyone, but I worry about the sing song, and then of course you worry about leaving the natural sound and going too much into the commercial. And Jerome, you're right, yeah, and um, Nathan also just stated you worry so much about that that you turn out to be an elm tree. So,
It, what it does is when you're worried about something, it actually puts you in that frame of mind to actually grab a hold of that thing you're worried about more. You
hmm
think you're pushing it away, and then when you get into the script, all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm worried about being too mechanical with this, and then all of a sudden you're getting mechanical. You know,
exactly.
because your brain is just shifting into that gear, and it's like, okay, you're worried about it. Let's just go ahead and do it that way. you know, it's just kind of how it pulls together.
Oh no, I know it.
But
May I
but
try that
then
one more time?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, finish, Nathan. I was
Well,
listening.
see, when you're relaxed, okay, great little exercise that my wife and I have discovered that we can do is she will throw something at me like, okay, let's say a menu at a restaurant and have me do it in character. Well, the thing of it is I've got to come up with something on the fly and do it with one of my characters at the same time. Well, the thing that I'm finding out is that's when I get most relaxed. And that's when you have to just, you push everything out the door, close the door behind you, and say, okay, in this room, I'm out there. I'm past this microphone. I'm past all of the stuff that I've been thinking about, and I'm just going to relax myself into this, you know. And here, I'm the guy telling you this new healthy option for pasta lovers, you know, and be a pasta lover while you're doing it, you know. And it might make you hungry, but it works. So, um, just relax your way into it. But go ahead and give it another shot.
All right, thanks. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers, Greenfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, 65% lower glycemic index. Greenfields offers you pickup. Greenfields
Hello?
offers you delicious way to help control blood
Oh, you know what? It
glucose.
might
One
help
more pickup.
if I turn my speakers on.
Trey. Trey.
Jerome.
Uh, can you mute for a second? You just cut him off in the middle of his read.
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
man. I was just
no, that's
just
all right.
I'm
He
so
was
sorry.
coming. Trey was coming through, and I just broke it off. That's fine. Not a
My
Trey.
problem.
apologies. I am muting right now.
Thank you, Trey.
Okay, go ahead
That's
and
all
take
right,
it from the
Trey. I
top,
wasn't
Steve.
wasn't doing that well, so you're more than invited in. Okay, I'm just so I need direction. Okay,
Okay,
now
relax
there's a
from
healthy
the top.
all righty. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers, Dreamfields, with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index. Greenfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Greenfields, the healthy pasta in the black box. And I did drop it a couple times in there. I can tell.
Listen, consider the fact that Trey came in falling like sounded like he was falling down in the paper factory. You with the interruption and the recovery, you actually did pretty good.
Thank you. I think I'm going to leave it there before I leave pretty good down to not so well. No, I tell you what, it is tricky, but it's also interesting to get those reads. The
Yeah.
last few weeks, I've been taking working with a coach on audiobooks. I'm not sure where that's where I'm going to be in the future, but they felt like it was a good place. And my wife on the alternate nights has been taking a 5-week course on Audacity. And Nathan was talking about discussing his wife listening and critiquing. And Joni has really, I tell you what, I can practice to read and record. And if she's home, I mean, she's on me just like that quickly.
It's
So,
awesome.
yeah, it is awesome. All right, I'm out of here. Go for it, somebody.
Let me try it since I.
Go ahead, Jerome.
All right. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Dreamfields with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index. Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the the healthy pasta in a black box. Let me do that over.
Go ahead.
Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Dreamfields, with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index. Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
Hmm.
Mm, mm.
Get him, Nathan. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was very soulful. I got hungry. He was like, the healthy pasta in the black box. I'm like, ooh, what's in the black box? I want some.
That pickup on that last line was good.
I totally agree.
Well, I figured they put the black box in there, which means that their pasta is a little bit different from everybody else's. You go down the pasta aisle, you see all these bright colors, and they want you to know that even though it's a black box, it's healthy.
It's healthy and apparently tasty because he made it sound like something desirable right there. You know, because they're talking about all the fiber and the digestible carbs and the glycemic index, which starts to make it sound like a medical spot, and and then you know, of course, then they throw in that word delicious toward the end, and that brings it back up to we're talking about food here, something you can eat,
Right.
you know, but
Not the box.
they had they had but that black box bit sets it apart from everything else that you would ever find in the store, and everybody's going to be looking for that black box, and it's probably sitting right next to the Chinese food, which is also usually in black boxes, depending on who's marketing it. So
Yeah, I figured I had to hit that a little bit harder.
that it hit it good. It really it you know it, like Trey was saying, makes you hungry.
Yeah, because like you said, they talked about a healthy option for people that love pasta, and then they went through all this stuff that you're really not even really interested in, but they need you to tell it because it's selling point for people that are concerned about their sugar, and you
Hmm.
know,
Well, you get this part where it's talking about the digestible carbs. Of course, when it says and a 65% lower glycemic index, suddenly you're thinking side effects may include, you know.
right, running stool, da 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 da.
So let's quickly recover and talk about the fact that this is food and not some kind of medicine.
Right.
You know, I can imagine though that this was probably a TV spot because it's not extremely descriptive. So more than likely, all the description is in the visual that they put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Probably showing a couple of joggers coming in from jogging and, oh, let's do lunch, and then they start showing the dream fields and, the pasta and talking about how healthy it is and all that, that sort of thing.
So go, no go. What?
I think it was
Anybody?
good. I would buy it.
I enjoyed it.
You hired.
Right.
This is one of those products where I know that we should, as as reformers, we should always be very interested in the product, or at least sound that way. Sound like we use it, sound like we understand it, we know it. But this is one of those products that we all can appreciate at one time or the other. So I think that makes it, or should make it easier for us to share that with others, with an audience.
Not
and I,
really.
and I think that in the middle of the script where it starts with twice the fiber, you want to mention it, but you almost kind of gotta kind of downplay it. So when you get to the point, which is that it's healthy pasta in a black box, that um that it's almost like if you look at the shape of an hourglass, then to me the script is scripted the same way. It starts off with a fat top telling you, that there's a healthy option. Then it slims down into the somewhat important, but you don't want to centralize that part of the script because you want to get back down to the fat bottom and tell people that it's a healthy pasta.
You know what we're missing, Jerome? The calories. There's not a mention of calories in this thing, is there?
That and the whole thing. And more than likely, if it's a television script, they probably drop in a little bit of small text at the bottom of the screen talking about how many calories are in it. just
This
just
product may cause running stool 45 calories.
that tiny bit of text that nobody can read, but for some reason they insist that you put it into the spot anyway.
Yeah.
It just, it was one of those things. This has had to have been a television spot. You know, it just has that feeling like, like I said, it's just not very descriptive. But Jerome sold it. Nice job, Jerome.
Thank you.
So does Trey want to go next?
Fred, I want to go next.
Sure thing, Barney. Go ahead and have a try.
Okay. All right. Did you give me this? Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. It's
Yeah.
right in front of me. Dreamfields pasta. Never had of it. But we'll give it a shot. Hang on just a second. You may hear some not so bad language. Get off the sheet! Fussed at my cat. Just wash these sheets, man. Move! Okay. Sorry about that. Housekeeping. And take two. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Dreamfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index, Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the healthy pasta in the black box. I could read it slower.
It needed to be just a little bit slower.
Yeah, because you breeze right through the comma.
I ran a 4.2 in the 40. Okay.
It had a decent young sound to it. I mean, it had that 20-something vibe, but it was a little fast.
All right. I think because I had to shoo the cat away, I'm amped up. So let me take a breath. Woosah. He's not a bad cat. He just likes attention, especially when he sees me in front of the microphone. It never fails. You've seen the videos, Nathan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he just wants love at the wrong times. Okay. Here we go. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers. Dreamfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index, Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
I like that much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounded more confident, more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm calm now.
Less like, oh God, I got to get back into this.
Yeah, I think I landed that plane pretty smooth.
Good delivery.
I don't know if you guys got the link, but they posted something in one of the many thousands of voiceover groups I'm in, that they have a lot of it's a YouTube channel dedicated to just commercials, promos, ads, and whatnot. And I've been looking at some of the videos and taking my own little bits and pieces from it. If you guys don't have it, I'll open up my YouTube and share the link with the class so that we can all be up to speed on it.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's helped me a lot with my pacing. It's helped me a lot with, one of the things that I never say I can't do, I say I struggle with. One of the things that I struggle with oftentimes is phrasing and pacing. Even though I have an acting background, sometimes scripts aren't really written for us. They're written for the client, and we have to interpret that script the best that we can. That's why we make our little markings on the paper and whatnot. And that used to be a real big problem for me. And over time, I slowly got a feel for it, especially doing cold reads like this one, having never seen this script, but looking over while you guys were doing your versions of it, I just kind of had this thing in my head where I wanted to go with it and that kind of thing and just went for it. But these videos, if I can find the thing, helped out a lot, even with the promo work, just how to pace yourself on stuff and how to phrase things. It was pretty cool. But as we're in here chatting it up, I'll be looking for it, and once I find it, I'll post it in the group.
And this is interesting that you say that, Trey, because I was talking with a gentleman this morning in reference to some projects that I want to get done, and he's a writer.
Hmm.
And one of the things that we discussed was, um, how a lot of times the writer is not available for the voiceover person to have a conversation with them and say, what did you intend? So one of the things that I want to do is put together a group of people that are skilled in all those areas: video, music, production, the whole nine. So um, the client could actually come and get all that stuff in one place.
That would be cool.
That'd be
So
excellent.
once I get it together, I'm gonna start contacting my voiceover people and say, listen, I got projects coming up. If you want to be available, because I people fail to realize that even though your voice is you're trained to do a lot of different things, your voice doesn't always fit with everything.
No, it doesn't.
No,
So
no.
I realize that, and I realize that there are going to be stuff that come across my desk that I'd say, hey, you know what, Nathan or Trey or somebody else would be good for this because it's not my thing. We were just talking about the medical a little bit a couple minutes ago, and I know that medical is not my thing. But if I could pass that on to somebody else that it is their thing, then go ahead. So it's about this training is about us networking and helping each other as much as it is about learning how to do your own thing.
Exactly.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's really the heart of this thing. What we're doing right here is helping one another to build ourselves in ways because we offer each other insights that otherwise we wouldn't get. You know,
You
yes. I mean, I have a tendency, especially when it comes to character, I fall into that category of cartoony. You know,
Yeah,
but
I understand.
and which is a good thing because that's where my heart is. But at the same time, there's other parts to my skills that, when trained properly, um, they can fall into other categories and work. You
yeah,
know, if there's things like audiobooks, one, I don't have time to do audiobooks, and two, it just isn't my niche. You know.
right. And I know me, I can do characters, but if I had to pick a specific set, I would rather do villains, because or like a Dudley Do Right. Untie her from the train tracks.
Yeah.
Because there's only certain ranges that my voice will get in. So
Hmm.
doing all that stuff, I could never do the stuff that Nathan does because his voice is 100% completely different from mine. You know? So
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I used to envy guys with a deep voice, you know, and because it's like, my God, I'm going to spend the rest of my life sounding like a kid, which this was before VO. This was before it was brought to my attention that I really needed to be looking into acting, you know, And the fact that my tenor voice actually is something of a strength for me and not a weakness. And
Agreed.
I was, it thrills me because it's like all of a sudden I'm finding all these different things I can do with my range, and I've been working on doing an impression of the girl that plays Howard's wife on Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
It's not
Yeah.
quite a perfected impression yet.
But because I can reach that range, I'm pretty good at pulling off that voice to a degree. Howard, are you
Oh
gonna
no.
get into the refrigerator again? You've been in there all day. Come in, Howard.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
See,
It's a work in
that's what I'm
progress.
saying. Like, if somebody came in the room, right, and they said, "This is the script," right, we're gonna talk about Howard going in the refrigerator, and it has to be a female voice, right? That when you start talking about certain projects, it knocks people right out the box from just the parameters. It don't
What?
stop people from
Yep.
trying it, but you
Mm-mm.
know it still it limits the number of people that are actually physically eligible or professionally eligible to do certain things.
Yeah, I got an audition, and I think you may have gotten it too if you're on Voice Realm. They wanted a Darth Vader voice for a birthday.
Listen, Trey, I am so mad at you right now because in my head I was thinking, there ain't a whole bunch of people that could pull this off.
And I was like, I think I can get my register a little lower and give it a shot.
Is it still open?
I just did it yesterday. Let me check and see because I keep Voice Realm up if nothing else because that's the only P2P that I'm with Voices 123, but I dropped my membership, but I just got work off of it the other day, so I'm checking now on Voice Realm to see if that is still open because I know as of yesterday it was because I did it, and I think it still is. Actually, I just got an email from Voice Realm. It says you've been shortlisted for a project, but it doesn't say which one.
No.
Well, congratulations.
No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It says casting still open, so it's not Vader. Oh, okay, I see what it was. It was a explainer video, but no, it's not for Vader. Vader is still open. They're saying the deadline for it is this coming Thursday. Farrell, you still got time, homie.
If I could get it to pop open, I'll play my audition. It ain't, it's all down to the casting, so I'm not worried about, somebody jumping in and mocking it. But
Mhm.
I would really like to hear the one that you did, Trey.
I'm going to tell you something,
Hmm.
and I don't know why I do this, but when I send an audition, I delete it because I don't
You
like how I
delete it?
sound. No,
Oh my
I
God.
always delete them.
You don't keep it for a reference?
Some I do. If I think I did a really good job, I'm like, I like this one. I'll keep it. But then there are some where I'm like, especially if I think it's really out of my range, but I'm giving it a shot. If I listen to it, I look at it like, okay, it's good enough to where maybe the client will like it because they're not looking, they want Vader, but not necessarily James Earl Jones, just someone with that kind of commanding voice. But if I'm not really feeling it myself, I'm like, I don't think I want to keep this one.
Oh
And I will
man.
toss it.
You might surprise yourself. You may not be feeling it, but then the client may be saying, "Oh my God, this is the guy." You know?
See, now you're gonna start making me keeping all my
Yeah.
audition.
Well, see, I had one that I was not. I mean, I was okay with it, and I sent it. But see, I had this thing where, and it comes with the territory of having worked in broadcasting for so many years. You want to keep backups of everything. So I'll make 2 or 3 backups of everything I do. But at the same time, I'll keep something for a reference when I'm doing voiceover in here. And I send it out, and I'm like, well, it may have hit, and they just set it and forget it kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Well, they came back and said, well, we want you're in the second round of auditions. And
Oh.
so I'm like, great. Of course, I dropped back into that for a reference because I had it there. Of course, I had altered the character a little bit because they said they had suggested an accent for it.
Mm-hmm.
So the first round, I sent it in with a Southern accent. And then they said, well, we don't want the Southern accent or any kind of, we want it as flat as possible, no real accent. I'm like, okay, it's a character, but they don't want any accent attached to it. So I'm like, let's see how we can work around that. But I use that as a reference anyway to get at least the same pitch and tone,
Well, and I would say to Trey, save them, because when you get hired for the job, right, it's
Mm-hmm.
important for you to know, one, what job you got hired for, two, and have a reference to what your performance was that had them hire you. So, I call you and I say, listen, Trey, you know what? It took us a couple weeks, but we came to the decision that we want to hire you for Sunoco. And then you say, well, you can't tell the client, I don't even remember what I did. So that's the reason why I saved mine. And I've had that happen, and I've had it happen like even after I had like some major crashes on like a computer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did everything I could to try to find the jobs that I submitted. But if you guys want a good laugh, right? I'll play
Uh-oh.
one that I turned in. Y'all want to hear it?
Sure.
All right, so just so y'all know what y'all listening to, right? The setup for this was that apparently they're throwing a birthday party for maybe a kid or something, and and it was supposed to be Darth Vader that was giving this kid a congratulations for the birthday party. All right, so here it goes. Greetings, Earthlings. It has come to my attention that you are celebrating a birthday. Such events are an important part of your training in the Force, which is strong in you. Let me be the first to congratulate you on what Earthlings sing on a day such as this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the dark side. Happy birthday to you. I can feel the force welling up within you. Quick now, blow out these candles. Ha 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 ha.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said, I deleted mine, and maybe
Come on,
that
Trey.
was a divine intervention for a reason. And there you are. Now, what did you use to give yourself the in the mask voice?
Now that I won't tell you.
See that? That's messed up.
Come
I'm
on,
picturing
man.
the mic technique for that
I
one.
need a Darth Vader job.
I could have been Dolph Jr. something. Hey, Dad, can we go to the dark side? I mean, I'm trying to get it in too. See, I think that right there may have sold you though. Whatever you
Oh,
did, that yeah.
yeah, that was, oh my gosh. Somebody's going to be contacting you for ADR work for the next set of Star Wars movies.
Okay, because we love you, James Earl, but we know you're getting up there, buddy. And yeah, you're on your way.
Steve's over here in the chat room. I thought clowns were scary. Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw it.
Very
I had
well
the window
done.
closed for a second. Yeah, I am your father. No, that guy over there, he's your real dad. That's him.
Well, you see, and everybody that's listening, that is a lesson in saving the spots that you do. Always keep a reference. You know, I mean, one, they come in handy, and in the fact that you have something to go back and say, okay, yeah, that's what that character was doing. That's what I was doing to get into that place, or that's the pitch I was using. Because it was something I was doing the other day, and I had not really used this character's voice in a while. And so I had to kind of pull back and give myself a reference, off of something else that I had done using the same character. It's this old Yiddish woman named Madeline Babushka. Hello, honey. Anyway, she sounds like this, and she's a little bit higher pitched, and she goes off a little bit, and it sounds like she's been smoking too many cigarettes in her younger years. I quit. Believe me, I don't need these things. So she's got that going on, and the first time I did it, I was like, okay, that pitch sounds too low. So I went back and I listened, you know, to what I had done before, and I realized that it was too low, and I was kind of the pacing was wrong for her character, and so I just pulled back into it that way, but using that as a reference. You know.
But you know what? I've the one thing that I've found that because we're not doing um, live acting, right, is that you can manipulate um, so many things in recordings that you couldn't even do with your voice. So, one of the things that I would encourage people to do is get acquainted with their equipment and don't be scared to try something different.
Oh, absolutely,
But
absolutely.
to answer your question, Trey, um, I, I did a whole bunch of things on just the channel strip alone to get the voice to sound like that. With EQing and changing the room and all that different kind of stuff.
Were you on audition?
No, I use Logic, and that's
Oh,
one of the
okay.
reasons why I like Logic is because it's music software. So anything that you could do with imaginable, almost with any musical instrument, you could use your voice the same way.
Yeah, that's nice. Because I know Audacity has a couple of things, which now I'm sitting here thinking, why didn't I use them? And I know Adobe Audition has a couple of things, but that was sweet right there, though.
Thank you, brother.
You definitely would be on the short list for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, they probably gonna be a little bit pissed because I went in there and I questioned. One of the questions I had was if it was priced correctly. So they and I like voice realm because they get right back to you and they
Hmm.
said, you know what, we do have to add production in there. So even if I don't get the job, somebody else is going to benefit from my question.
Oh yeah. That's definitely good. Okay. Takia, are you ready to go?
Yep. One question though. Okay. Um, I already forgot how to pronounce the G word, and I
Sugar.
heard it.
Okay,
Sugar,
here we go.
Takia, don't worry
Sugar,
yourself with it.
sugar, sugar.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
just use
going.
sugar.
That was going to be my next question. Can I say sugar instead of
Of course you can.
uh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Um. Now, there's a healthier option for pasta lovers. Dream-filled with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower sugar index. Dream-filled offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dream-filled, the healthy pasta in the black box.
That was too easy for you. That was just way too easy.
I'm proud of the fact that she went straight through it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She come on like I'm gonna need some help, and then she go through it like it was a knife through hot butter.
Nice
That
job.
was good, Takia. Maybe try it a second time and just a little bit looser.
Okay.
Just a tad more energy. I mean, not enough to throw you off, because that
Mhm.
was good. I mean, you did go straight through that. But maybe just now, give it a just give a little bit of extra energy, personality there, and see what you can do. I mean, there again, not enough that it's just going to throw you off your pacing, but just play with it.
Okay. I took Angel's advice from last week, and I have a picture of Lonnie, and she's well, I had to pull up a new tab to um in order to get a picture, but before I read it, I kind of practiced it and went over it. And so as I'm looking over it, I look at her face for about maybe 10 seconds and then go to the script and then I read it. But in my mind, she's still looking at me and I'm still looking at her. So I guess that's why it flowed easy to me.
Nice. You created an audience for yourself.
Hmm.
That's a good way to do that. Yeah, I mean, now they're not always going to be able to do that.
Uh-huh.
So use your imagination sometimes and just picture everything beyond the microphone. You know, you've got the microphone in front of you, but picture beyond that microphone, you know, that audience, those people that you're talking to. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that good job. You were way more relaxed. You
Thanks.
sounded way more relaxed this time. I mean, aside from having to, figure out about the word that you were using, which happens, and you did the right thing. You
Yeah.
said, okay, I'm having trouble with this word. Can you help me with this? Or can we drop in, something in its place to help me with this? Now, in an instance where you're actually doing a full on gig with these things, most
Mm-hmm.
of the time you'll have to find the phonetic spelling for the word and then just go over it a few times, before you get
Okay.
into the spot. But that was good, you know.
Okay.
And see, you picked up on a good technique to use whenever you're working with this.
Mm-hmm. And I have to thank Angel for that. So, should I go through it again? Like, Steve kind of mentioned before he, uh, dropped out, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a shot.
Mm, okay, I'll give it a shot. Now, there's a healthier option for pasta lovers. Dream filled with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower sugar index. Dreamfield offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfield, the healthy pasta in the black box.
Nicely done.
Cool. Thanks.
See, that sounded very comfortable. You know,
Okay. And it
as
felt that way too.
yeah, see, as you practice and as you start making a habit of doing certain things to prepare yourself, the
Mhm.
more comfortable you'll get with things like that. Because you get all kinds of stuff thrown your way when you're doing things like this, and most of the time you do have time to work with stuff, and but sometimes you'll have to go from, well, like especially in auditions, you'll have to do a cold read, you know.
Mhm.
So you have to be mentally prepared before you even get your hands on the script.
Yeah.
That way you're comfortable with it, you're relaxed, which, you know, and because people who are hearing this, that microphone gives away everything, and it can tell people when you're relaxed and when you're not.
Mhm.
You know, you can feel it from the other side of the screen, the other side of the mic. You're hearing, you know, oh my God, I'm nervous, or oh my God, or just complete
Yeah.
comfort.
Yeah. And I understand that because uh I guess last week or in the when I uh come on the mic check a lot, I was kind of I guess nervous and well, not really at my best. I stumbled over words, and yes, you'll get that occasionally here. So I'm not really ashamed of that. It's just eh, I don't
Well,
know.
since we're
When like um when you guys read, it's just flawless. Well, yeah.
well, the thing of it is, it's not flawless. That's why we have to practice. Of course, that's why we do these workouts, is so that we can improve and hone our skills.
Mhm.
Because it's not flawless and it's definitely not perfect. And you know, I can't tell you, like, you get uh, there's never a perfect take. Okay,
Mhm.
you're looking for a right take, a good take, and the one that the client will want. You know, the one that'll sell you the best. But there's never a perfect take. There's
Mhm.
always going to be little things that happen within what you're reading. And sometimes those little stumbles can actually turn into something else. You know,
Okay.
an accidental ad lib can turn into a line that everybody remembers. You know,
Mhm.
and it'll actually, it can turn into something that becomes iconic. It was something I heard the other day, and I don't remember exactly what the ad lib was or who it was, but they had ad libbed something into the script, and it is forever remembered by everyone, you know, because it became a part of the dialogue that everybody remembered from a particular movie, you know,
Mhm.
and but it was an ad lib,
Oh,
you know,
cool.
it was
Mhm.
just something that was tacked on, but you know, sometimes you get that freedom to do that, or sometimes, but the whole thing is just you have to relax your way into it and just enjoy the journey. Just have fun with it, you know. Because the biggest thing is I mean, you're getting uh paid to play pretend. You're getting paid to do something that, for me, okay, this is the most relaxing place in the world for me, right here in this booth, you know,
Mhm.
because uh I am more comfortable getting into character than anything else. You
Okay.
know, and you can make it your comfort zone. Of course, there will be places where you can get more comfortable, more comfortable, more comfortable in other places, but just make it your comfort zone. Okay, I'm in here, I'm acting, I'm pushing out the rest of the world. I'm focusing on, what my audience is hearing, and I'm talking with another person and just having fun doing it, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
the biggest thing is you threw out the worry of who was listening, and it made it work for you. And with that, it looks like I'm up. So here I go. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers, Dreamfields. With twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and 65% lower glycemic index. Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
That one made me want to eat and take a nap at the same time.
I'm sleeping.
I don't know if it was the dream fields or it was just the nice little smooth way that you went through it.
It's
Yeah, I
time to
have
go
to
shopping.
agree.
That was that was actually one of your better reads, Nathan.
Thank you.
I think you could have put a little more pop in it, but it was a really good read.
Yeah, I think I see which line you're talking about, the pop, because I could feel it when I was reading through it. Let me try this from the top. Now there's a healthy option for pasta lovers, Dreamfields, with twice the fiber, only 5 grams of digestible carbs, and a 65% lower glycemic index. Dreamfields offers you a delicious way to help control blood glucose. Dreamfields, the healthy pasta in the black box.
Good job.
Yeah, I realized something on that third line, and this is something for everybody listening to take into consideration. When you're doing something like twice the fiber, hold up 2 fingers. 5 grams of digestible carbs. I'm holding up 5 fingers. Put that into motion, and it adds punch to whatever you're doing. And that's what I had left out on that first read.
Yeah, and I could see where that would make the difference.
Yeah, body language, it works in the booth. And most people don't think about it when they're listening, but they're listening to you move just as much as they're listening to the words that you're speaking and the tone that you're taking. When you add that body language to it, what was it? I heard Jack Angel talking about that. He said there was a guy, the guy that voiced Tonto on the old radio shows for the Lone Ranger. He said the guy would hold up would hold up his fist and shake his fist. Me think we're in trouble, Kimosabi. But he would shake his fist when he would do that, and it would add something to the character.
And that makes sense. I was talking to Xavier Paul last week, and we was talking about that. Because he's super animated in a good way, about the way that he does his deliveries, and that's one of the things that he said. He's constantly moving. The only thing you have to be conscious of is making sure that you're not changing your position where your mic is concerned. Because
Yeah.
I have a shield around my mic. I'm good about knocking my hand into the shield while I'm doing my reads.
Yeah, I had to adjust my booth width because I have a tendency to be extremely animated. And the last thing I want to do is be smacking my mic stand around.
Right.
What was it? I did a spot the other day and I had to say super big. And so literally I kept my head on mic and turned my body sideways so I could spread my arms out. It worked for the spot, but it was just one of those things where it's like you're describing something and you're moving your arms out. And
I worked with a coach one time, and she had the stand and the mic and the pop filter. I mean, everything was in a tight little area, and I'm animated with my hands and arms. You know, I when I speak, I use my hands, and she was sitting there with this uh, look of tear on her face for at least 6 sessions, and just writing down everything that I might owe her in excess of the hours of coaching at the end of the training. But you try to hold it down. But animation and musicality plays a big part in it. You guys,
oh,
and I'm sure you all have. If you ever get a chance to get anything on Elaine Clark, her latest book, or one of her videos, she's real big on that. I'd love to watch her.
being animated, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, even if you're doing a medical spot, there's some kind of motion, you know. And what was it? I caught a video the other day with Nancy Wolfson telling a guy to take the hands out of his pockets. So he's like reading, he's got his hands in his pockets. There's a healthy option for pasta lovers, Dreamfields. See, right now I've got my hands in my pockets, and it is literally killing the energy in this room.
Yeah.
It does. Well, Rhonda handed me something last night, and she was like, "Okay, add more energy to it." I'm sitting at a table in a restaurant, and she's telling me to add energy. I knew what it meant. I knew it meant animate a little more. So I'm reading this thing and I'm animating at the table. And it was hilarious. Ended up entertaining the people at the table next to us. But at the same time, though, when you're going to add energy, add some motion to it. What was it? That spot with Joe Cipriano where he was doing those spots on eWebs. You can
I
see it
missed that.
when he's done this twice now for those guys. But at one point they were going to interview him, but he had a gig at on the same day. So what he did was he went in the booth and did the spots and then did the interview. But he recorded while he was doing the spots. But I was watching him, and I was watching how he was, uh, you know, doing the promo spots he was doing, and he was doing hand motions while he was doing that, like on the next, and he's pointing and doing hand motions, but it was what was adding the energy to his read.
Yeah. And I thought about it. If I can somehow negotiate it in the very near future, I'm actually going to change my mic setup. So when I start doing the same thing, because I really want to be able to move around my room a little bit
Oh
for
yeah,
just for stuff like that. So I actually even considered setting up like two more mics so I could get stuff from both sides. So
that's a
if
good
I have to move
concept.
off axis, then I'm still recording the same level.
That's a really good concept.
But I got to play around with it to figure out how I'm gonna do it.
What I had to do was add another foot to my booth in width, just so I could get my hands out. Because like it was supposed to be a 4x4 booth, but I had to just kind of adjust for where I'm at, and it gave me just enough room to animate,
Can you get
so I
out?
could move around a little bit. But
Who's smoking?
huh?
This Trey being Trey.
No, I was trying to move the cat out the way.
Oh,
He was trying to get on the microphone and purr.
Suffering succotash. I just want to be on mic, Trey.
Well, he need to buy his own microphone.
Get me a mic now.
Move. They don't want to hear you purr. Will you? Hang on, y'all.
Okay.
You can't sit in my lap right now. You got to get off of me. I'm sorry, buddy. And it never fails. I can sit anywhere in the house. He might come rub on my feet, jump in my lap for like 5 or 10 seconds and go away. The minute he sees me in front of the microphone, it's like, all right, playtime. I'm like, no, it's not playtime.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, pardon-moi.
It has to make it fun.
It does.
Everybody, our special guest, Trey's cat.
Smokey.
Wow.
You're a star now. Yeah, you're a star now.
Meow.
Very cute.
He just looked at the computer like, what was that?
So one of the things that I want to interject is, Nathan, what can you tell us about the conferences that are being worked on?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We now have conferences. Voice Artists United has conferences. We have one on the 9th next week. There won't be a mic check, but there will be a conference. So go to voiceartistsunited.com and sign on. And Jerome, do you know who our first guest is?
No, I do not. I know that there was a spreadsheet that was available that had the guest on it, but I can't put my little grubby hands on it exactly right at this second.
So these are digital. I mean, these are on Google Hangout.
Is it going to be on the Hangout, Nathan?
No, I believe this is going to be on voiceartistsunited.com's website.
Well, that's cool. I mean, what I meant was on the internet, but virtual. That's cool.
One moment, I'll pull up a link for it. So next week is going to be a conference, and then the week after that will be the next mic check. Here we go.
And to my understanding, we have some pretty talented and recognized names that are going to be responsible for the conferences.
We are going to have guests like Mark Groh. And here we go.
You know, I've noticed so many. I'm sorry. So many companies and groups are starting to do a lot of these workshops and conferences virtual. I think that's great for those of us who can't always just, travel to California or Atlanta. I mean, those are excellent, but it just makes it so much handier.
And the best thing is that it is free.
Free.
Absolutely free.
That's so good.
Yes, we have a return of the VAU conference. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be live and it's going to be free, and it will be on Saturday, May the 9th. Don't miss out, guys.
Is that after May the 8th?
Yes, the 9th.
Okay, so before the 10th. Gotcha.
Did you just ask that? Seriously?
It's the cat hair. That's what it
is. Wow. Might be the catnip.
Yeah.
Live at the VAU website, voiceartistsunited.com. It's the VAU conference. Don't miss it.
I don't think I'll be. I think I can make it because my um, nephew is graduating from college on the 8th or the 9th. That's why I was asking first just to be funny, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, let me check the calendar because I may be in Orlando, and depending on what time, I may be able to listen in but not participate. And of course, now the calendar thing doesn't want to pop up. Good job, Apple. By the time that thing pops up, I would have found the calendar on my phone.
Now I understand. Sluggish software.
And okay, so the 8th is a Friday. Okay, no, that's good. That's perfect because I mean, the 9th is a Saturday. So yeah, that's perfect. I can make it.
Well, we're
That is
looking forward to
absolutely
seeing you
perfect.
there, young
He
fella.
graduates on Friday, so I'll have some time Saturday to jump in. Okay, cool. I am there.
Nice.
21 years old. To be 21 again.
21. Hmm.
Yeah, that's how old he is, not me.
Oh.
Shoot, anything under 50 would be great.
Yeah,
What
and
was
I
I
don't have too
telling
long left for that.
telling my boss in a conversation the other day? I think like a 25-year-old. Okay, guys, with this, we're gonna cut a little early today, but don't forget next week the VAU conference. Don't miss it. It's gonna be good. Um, let's see if I can pull that up again. The name of the guest. And speaking of slow software, my browser.
Well, that's Saturday for you.
My computer's telling me it's time to upgrade again. Our guest, I can't pronounce his last name
Spell it.
properly. I'm going to put it in the chat room.
Strickwitter.
No, Strickwater will be at the conferences.
Oh, Siglampalia.
Yeah, okay. So he's our guest this Saturday. And then Paul Strickwater is going to be on. I'm not sure what his date is yet for the conference. Deb Monroe's confirmed to be there for another conference.
Nice.
And Michael and I, we have to get together and work out a date, but Michael and I are going to be on one of these conferences as well, talking about the VAU Mic Check.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
So,
Very good
ladies and
lineup.
gentlemen,
Great.
also Mark Groh,
The
and
legendary.
yeah, the legendary Mark Groh.
Awesome.
So you don't want to miss these. And make sure you set the date on your calendars and go over to voiceartistunited.com and enjoy. You're going to get a lot out of what these conferences are going to bring.
Hey, Nathan, just a quick question. Will these be recorded?
I'm not sure.
All right. Just in case we miss part or all.
I believe they are because the Voice Artists United does have a conference archive.
Okay. Now, I'll make the 9th. Just not sure about the 16th if there's anything planned then. I've got a workshop on that Saturday, but I'll check.
No problem. And with that, I'm signing off the live, and it's been really good. And come on back. We will be not on the 9th. There will be the conference, voiceartistunited.com. Don't miss it. And then we'll be back the Saturday after that. So
Take care, guys. Bye.
see you later, guys.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.